this segment, I want to show you how to mount a router that doesn't have the mounting holes for the particular router. In this case, the Bosch 1617 is not included in the hole pattern. I just couldn't squeeze them all in. But don't worry about it. It's really easy to do. Let me show you how to do that. All you really need is the template guide that comes with the system and the centering pin. Simply install the template guide into the Ultimate router base. You want to remove the existing router base. One thing you'll want to do is check the orientation. Some plunge routers have the plunge release on one side or the other, and you'll want to figure out which side you want, whatever your preference is. It also depends if you're a push or a pull kind of guy. So think about which way you want to orient your router. I think I'm going to position so the switch is on the outside and the handle is somewhat perpendicular. Once you have that figured out, simply flip the router over, keeping the orientation the same, install a centering pin and place your router in. You're going to want to push the centering pin as far down as it possibly will go. Now I'm going to flip this back over. To make it easier to work, I'm going to set this on a couple boards. So now as you see, with the centering pin, this is on there. It's not moving. All I have to do now is locate the mounting holes. You might want to rotate it around and make sure you're not hitting another hole, but there's plenty of room here. And I think we're pretty good. Now to mark the holes, if you want to do it right, you can order these centering location pins. They come in various sizes, and in this case an 1/8 inch is the perfect size. They're tipped, and I can simply set that in there and tap it with a hammer. If you don't have one of those, a drill bit will work just fine. Obviously, it's important not to move your base when doing this. And look carefully, and there you go. Sometimes you might want to feel it. Now to drill these holes, you can do it two different ways. You can use a drill press, or you can simply use a drill, a hand drill. So I'm going to do it both ways to show you that it's possible either way. So I've picked a drill bit that's just slightly larger than my screw. And make sure that the tip is right in that little indentation. I'm going to turn this around and hold it. I'm left-handed here. You can simply use a cordless drill. I'm going to start with a countersink bit, add a little lubricant. I'm going to drill a nice deep hole there. Then I'm going to go to my brad bit, a brad tip drill bit. You're not using the brad tip to center, you're using just the outside, but it will cut a flat bottom hole. And this will sound a little crazy, but the fact that you have a countersunk hole there will help self-center the flat bottom hole. There you go. And make sure my depth is good. I'm well below the surface. I've deburred the edge with the countersunk, and I'm good to go. So you can drill this by hand, although I prefer to do it on a drill press. So let me show you how to do that. You're going to want to line up your drill bit perfectly to that indentation, and then securely clamp the base down. Drilling aluminum, this is about a 3/16 bit. You want 3,700 RPMs. I have a heavy-duty three-phase drill press here, so I have to turn on my three-phase converter. I love that sound. Now I'm sure I have a perfectly perpendicular hole. And if you want to spray a little lubricant on there, spraying a little lubricant on there makes the cutting go faster. And believe it or not, I'm just using a little Windex here. So now the next thing we have to do is put countersinks in the bottom. You can do this one of two ways. And how do you do that? You can either use a brad tip drill bit. That's one way of doing it. You can use a router bit. I'm sure you have some of those. We'll do all the different ways. So again, the first thing you want to do is line up the base plate to one of the existing holes using the current bit. With that perfectly centered, now I can change this bit. I want to make sure my hole depth is the same, so I'm going to set my depth control. I'm going to lower the bit so it's perfectly aligned to the top. At 3/16 for my countersunk hole depth. So now I have a flat bottom hole. You want to make sure the hole is deep enough so the head does not stick above the surface. Now if you don't want to use your brad bit to drill that flat bottom hole, you can use a router bit. Watch how this goes. That looks pretty nice too. Even with a flat bottom hole, it's always a good idea to break the burr off. I just take a countersink bit and run it there, and it takes any burr, so you're not going to scratch your surface when you flip this over. To deburr both sides of the hole, just to make sure that you don't have any little bumps there that will affect the mounting. So now I'm ready to reinstall. And keep in mind, you have flat bottom countersinks here. So if you're slightly off, you just want to make sure your pilot hole is a little larger than the shaft of the screw. That will allow you to move the router base around on your router, and with the centering pin, it'll be dead center. So let me reinstall that. So again, we want to put our template guide in. Want to make sure you got your orientation right. Remember, I had the switch on the outside. I'm going to simply line up the first hole. That can be a little confusing sometimes with all these holes. I'm just going to get that screw started. So I'm going to lightly screw these in, so this base will still move around ever so slightly. And then by dropping my centering pin in, now I know there's no wiggle. I'm going to tighten these babies down. So bingo. So no worries, you'll be able to install any router with this system. You can do it with the drill press or by hand. Really easy to do. And now I am ensured that my router is dead center on my router base. So I hope that helps. And now the beauty of the Ultimate Router Base is I now have a router that will accept the template guide. Remember, the Bosch 1617 does not come with a template guide insert. So there's no need to ever take this off again. It'll prevent tipping and give you more control, more precision, and more safety. See you next time. I hope you enjoyed the Ultimate Router Base, and please look for other features and operations and additional videos to come.